Hey everybody, I'm Josh. Thank you. On the show this week, hold on tight, we're not covering just one holiday, not just two, but 3 different holidays. This is Shit Talkin'. So I'm filming this before Thanksgiving, so I can actually enjoy my Thanksgiving. But it's getting posted after Thanksgiving, just so you know, if I skip around in my tense when I start talking here in a minute. So I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did, because I didn't have to spend it with my family. Yeah. We decided to cancel our Thanksgiving, which I think a lot of people ended up doing in the best interest for everyone's health. And so... No, which really worked out because today I just finished 7 days in a row at work, and normally when I have a day off and I have something planned that I know is going to take all day, or take a chunk of my day, to me it's not a day off because I didn't get anything household done or anything like that, and it didn't have any me time. And so without us doing our Thanksgiving, I kind of got my second day off, so I was kind of happy about it. So anyway, so like I said, we have 3 holidays to cover today. According to our friends at holidayinsights.com, they are going to happen this week. I will let you know them as we get to them. But first, it's time for another cheesy monologue. A community center in Bakersfield, California recently held a separate gay and lesbian prom. It was just like regular prom, but no one got pregnant. The Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada recently honored its volunteers with a picnic, which is awesome because we all know how lesbians love to eat outdoors. They like to eat outdoors. Picnics are great. A lesbian student was recently kicked out of her own prom for wearing a suit and not a dress. The worst part, they threw her out underhand. According to a new survey, some people are waiting until after Thanksgiving to do their shopping, and those some people are men. The annual Christmas Village in Philadelphia has been renamed the Holiday Village. In fact, they're no longer allowed to call them Santa's reindeers. It has to be non-denominational venison. I'll admit when I screw it up. A professor at MIT just said that Windows 8 is a Christmas gift you should give someone you hate. Looks like you got some competition there, edible arrangements. A survey released today found that men spend twice as much on their mistresses than on their wives for Thanksgiving. But to be fair, they spend half their income on their wife when the wife finds out about the mistress. So it all evens out. A federal judge ruled yesterday that Idaho's ban on same-sex marriage is unconstitutional, so now it's legal for gay couples to get married. Idaho gay people all over the world... I'm sorry, let's try that again. Idaho's gay people all cheered from their homes in San Francisco and in New York. Maybe they'll start flocking back. You never know. Probably not, because it's Idaho. This Christmas season, the post office will handle 10 billion packages. Now, let me be clear. They're not going to deliver them. They'll just handle them. A theater in Chicago is staging a new version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, starring, get this, Klingons from Star Trek. The show honors the true meaning of Christmas because everyone in the audience will be virgins. It's the time for my favorite joke of the week. It's the 20th anniversary of sending out the first text message, which was Merry Christmas. It's also the 20th anniversary of the first reply, which was, are you horny? A new study found that Christmas is the best time to tell loved ones that they're overweight. On the other hand, no, it's not. Here's this week's point to ponder. If quizzes can be quizzical, can tests be testicles? And apparently I just got kicked in them. Did you like that little puberty moment? Earlier tonight, President Trump and his family lit the national Christmas tree. Of course, Trump refused to light it until everyone agreed that it was the most lights in history, 800 billion million quadrillion. And finally, I'm pleased to announce that Taser and I have gotten our Christmas tree. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, it's plastic. I think it actually had the same plastic surgeon as Caitlyn Jenner. So the first holiday we're going to take a look at is one that a lot of people in the country or in the world, because of the pandemic, cannot celebrate. And I'm not trying to make a joke. I'm literally just trying to make a statement. It's on December 3rd. It is Roof Over Your Head Day. So I thought it would be fun to take a look at some construction fails in this edition of Oops. Now, I have never claimed to be a plumber or an electrician. I am terrified of a specific outlet at work because it wobbles and it freaks me out. Clearly, I'm not one of them, and I've never claimed to be the smartest person alive, but I think there's a problem here. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about plumbing or electrical, so... Anyway, I think I know why the air conditioning and furnace bills were so high. Because you have pipes in your windows. Really? I love it when you're being chased by the cops, because I'm chased by the cops all the time. Chased by the cops and you're running down and you get it out, you hit the exit door of the building, and you go down a few steps and then you realize, oh wait, it doesn't go anywhere. Jump! Okay, I showed you a bridge like this a few episodes ago, maybe even last season. It's been a while. And I am a firm believer that if you're working on something and you start on each end and work your way in the middle, it's quicker than both of you working from one end to the other. The only problem with that is this. Now, this picture I tried to extend and take up the whole screen like I do most of my pictures. However, it would not fit on the page right in order to show you actually what it was. So it's rather ironic that it's a skinny picture for probably the world's skinniest set of stairs. This next one, again, I ain't no genius, but I think the contractor should have picked up on this one. And there's even a hole in the door. Oy vey. I don't understand why someone would close off a stairwell. How, I thought I hit the button. How would you like to have your driver's permit, learning to drive, and have this as your driveway? Or if that wasn't bad enough, how about this for your driveway? And it wasn't just that one house, if you noticed. So it wasn't, it was the way the land was. The next holiday that we are going to celebrate today is Santa's List Day. And it happens on December 4th, the day after Roof Over Your Head Day. And so I thought we should take a time and sit down and go over some letters that kids have written to Santa in this edition of There's a Reason I Don't Have Kids. Here's the first one. Dear Santa, if you want to grab a beer, feel free to get a lot or just one. P.S. The fridge is near the door. And I loved Santa's reply. Just one was great. Thank you. That's flying under while intoxicated. He was setting you up, Santa. Here's the next one. Dear Santa, please leave before 6 a.m. My alarm is set. My alarm goes off at 6 a.m. P.S. My stocking is on the left. Taser's laying down, sorry. Since when have kids begun to get intimidating to Santa Claus? Dear Santa, you better bring my pony this year or there will be consequences. I have been told that picture was not a pony, it was Santa when she was done with him. Anyway, next up, Dear Santa, for Christmas I want a dog that poops, some ice cream, and flip-flops. And you can tell a parent wrote that for their kid because there's the kid's signature down in the corner. I remember doing that with my nephews. Here's this next one. And okay, so I had to cut the top of the picture off, but I'm assuming it was an assignment in school to tell you why I have been good this year. So the heading says, I have been good this year because, and now I'm going to read you what it says, including the title. I have been good this year because I have been good, so that's why I have been good. Okay, smart. Next up, please, Dear Santa, please text my dad. He has my whole list. I love you. Tennessee. Well, that explains it. Because there's not all the right kind of people in Tennessee. Kidding. I love Tennessee. Next up, Dear Santa, not saying I don't believe in you, but could you sign this paper to make me believe in you more? Okay. Again, intimidating Santa Claus. What is going on with today's youth? Next up, Dear Santa, I was wondering if you could get a couple things for Christmas. Here's the list. You might need to flip the page. A puppy, a dog, a kitten, a cat, a fuzzy puppy, a fuzzy kitten. I didn't get the backside, but I think you get the gist. I just don't know. I just don't understand why she won't tell us what she wants. Anyway. Next up, Dear Santa, I flushed my brother's head in the toilet, but can I have a puppy? And finally, Dear Santa, if you bring me presents with batteries, bring batteries. And I think that is every parent's wish when it comes to electronics for Christmas. Here it is. Here is the segment that I know you will care about. And I say that because it's a day in history. Back in, let me get to the correct script here. On December 16th, 1933, it was again legal to drink alcohol. Prohibition officially ended. So I thought it would be hilarious to find some random drunk people pictures on Google Images and put in my segment What's wrong here? The first way you can tell you have a drinking problem, you're literally bathing in it. This next person actually was pretty clever about it. You go into the bathroom and bathtub, and that's literally where you sit and drink. That way you can just fall asleep. Use the bowl as a pillow. Okay. I'm assuming, and again, I know what happens when you assume, but I'm assuming this is what happened for the person in this next picture. I think that he was out with a group of friends. And as will be able to tell in the picture, it's daylight. And so he's already blottoed and about ready to pass out. So they just put him somewhere and then continued having fun. That's my assumption. When I was a kid growing up, and even to this day really, I am terrified to be the first one to go to sleep when I'm at a sleepover or camping with friends or whatever, because they will do stuff like this. They always say, don't be the first one to fall asleep. Okay, here's a little etiquette lesson, and for those, some of you may not know this, some of you may, but technically when you are toasting, you don't clank the glasses together. You're just supposed to like nod them together, but don't clank them. That's besides the point. If you are going to clank them, don't do it so hard it breaks. Or was that just his clever ploy to get her to take her shirt off? I don't know. Regardless, don't do it. I have no explanation for this next one, because I don't know how he would have been sitting down, fallen over, got the chair on top of him, face first. I don't know. Was he walking with the chair and fell down? Just so many more questions. The only question I have for this next guy is, how was your neck the next morning? What are you going to do? Right? I have a feeling this lady is not going to be in trouble. Ma'am, I told you not even a striptease would get you out of a parking ticket. So earlier I showed you a picture of a guy in a bathtub with beer cans all around him as a sign of you have a problem. Here's another one. And finally, if you ever go out and lose and or forget where you put your key, always remember, doggy door. Lord. Oy vey. Well, that's the end of the show this week. I beg you guys to celebrate, at least, if not the other two, at least celebrate Repeal Day, where it was legal to drink again. But if you do, make sure you don't end up on my show, because it's probably not a good thing. Unless you're coming on as a guest or a co-host. But still, it's probably not a good thing. If there's something out there funny that you think I should see, please feel free to send it to me. There's my socials. Also, I have to ask you every time to please, let's see if I do this right this time, like, subscribe, and get notifications anytime I post something online. Christmas is coming up, people. This is episode 10 of a 12 episode season. So we're getting there. We are 2 episodes away from being done for the season. I will be announcing some things, some changes, upcoming changes to the next year in the next show. So be sure to stay tuned for that, because I think it's going to be a better show than before. I don't really have much to go by, but anyway. Without further ado, please, until next time, everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay safe, stop the hate, and come back anytime you need some shit talking.